Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Now, no, your eyes do not deceive you. This is a FIFA video, or at least a FIFA discussion video. So, of course, it's been a long time since FIFA has been on this channel. It's been all Sunderland, but now FIFA is slowly on its way back, and with a frigging bang as well. They've only gone and announced a create a club mode, which kind of changes everything, doesn't it? It kind of changes everything. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at everything to do with this create a club mode and the new career mode features. And then we're going to have a little discussion at the end about a certain something big, which is the reason why I'm making this. And also, I've been getting so many messages on like Instagram and Twitter as well saying, you're going to do FIFA this year? You're going to do it this year? Joel, are you going to do it this year? It's just, it's been pretty mad. And that's because, and I understand, it's because I haven't done any FIFA content since the end of the career mode. And I think it's because it just becomes a bit repetitive. But there's just something about career mode that just keeps me coming back year on year. But now that this create a club mode is here, again, it's a game changer, but let's get into it. Let's have a look. So here is the create your club mode. In FIFA 22, you now have the ability to create your own team in manager career, which is something I know a lot of you have been passionately requesting over the years. Hell yes, we have. Hell yes, EA. Club identity. You'll start by picking your club's name, Sarny Army FC. It's already happening. Sarny Army FC. And the nickname, what will the nickname be? The Sarnies, the sandwiches, the butties. The butties. Sarny Army FC, and the nickname being the butties. That'll do. I think that's a fat name. That is sick. Nickname which will be used by the commentary team. I don't know whether the commentary team are going to be able to say butties. I don't know whether that's going to be in their vocabulary. We'll have to see. Next, you'll choose the league you want to play in. I will more than likely do it in League 2 if we are to do it, but that's something we'll discuss later. After which, you'll choose the team you want to replace. Anyone. I don't care. The number of teams participating in a league stays the same, while the team you replaced goes into the rest of the world teams. Okay, that makes sense. You can choose any league in the game, carving your path to glory from the bottom tier of a country's league system, or playing against the world's biggest teams in the top leagues. I will absolutely be putting my team in League 2. That's what's going to happen. You will then choose a rival club from within your league. Oh, from within your league. I mean, if we started in League 1, I could make Sarny Army FC be rivals with Sunderland, which would make things very, very interesting. I mean, I would have liked it really to be Newcastle just because I just hate them anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it would have made sense. But if it has to be within your league, and I kind of want to start in League 2, I don't know who the hell I would choose. But either way, let's continue. Matches against your rival will be treated with higher importance in our broadcast experience and benefit from additional news coverage and stories. Okay, that's nothing out of the usual. But here comes the interesting stuff, the customization, which is something I frigging love. So let's have a look. I've never seen all this yet, by the way. I've only seen that original trailer. So if I do get randomly excited and scream, I can only apologise. But I'm not gonna. I'm not apologising for being excited. Do one. Kit, crest and stadium customization. You can customize your team's home and away kits, the club's crest, as well as your home stadium. There is plenty of variation to choose from, and you don't need to fear that your team is running out of style. Kits, crests and your base stadium can be changed at the beginning of every new season. That's something I was just about to bring up. I was going to say, if you can choose your own stadium, the thing that would be annoying is if I wanted to start off with a smaller stadium, can we maybe gradually build on that year on year? Because if we was stuck with that tiny stadium and we end up, playing in the Champions League, it'd look stupid if we had like a 5,000 seat stadium, if that makes sense. Let's have a quick look at this video and see how it looks anyway. So, okay, that was quick. Let me just take this back. Come on, come back, you little shit. Pause here. Okay, so we've got customise your home kit, customise away kit, customise crest and stadium as well. It all looks relatively basic, but it'll do for now. It's a start. Let's have a look at the kits. So, firstly, what I noticed is that everything is Adidas. So, regardless, everything's Adidas. It's also a shame that there's no sponsorships. That just makes it look so much more realistic. But it looks like we're just going to stick with a basic Adidas kit. I don't know what colour we'd go for either. I mean, it would make sense to be red and white because that is jamsarny, really, isn't it? Red and white. And, of course, Sunderland is as well. Or we could just go somewhere completely different with it. But we'll see anyway. So, you can choose a primary colour, secondary, third, and name a number, of course, to how that looks with the colours. So there's a bit of variation there. There's quite a few different style kits, which I do like. But like I say, every single one is Adidas. It looks. I could be wrong. By the time it's released, they could introduce Nike and other types as well. Customise the crest. It will be the absolute basics, won't it? They are very, very basic. But that's absolutely fine. I'll take that. So we can customise the crest. And can I have a look at the stadium? editor as well. We're really excited to bring stadium customization into career mode in FIFA 22. Pick from any of these base generic stadiums, they are basic as well, in the game, and really make it your own. You can change its base colour, seat colour, and go deeper with changes such as the pitch pattern and net shape. The atmosphere around your club can be changed as well, with a wide selection of goal songs, crowd chants and walkout anthems to capture your club's identity and style. Stadium customization is also available for existing clubs that don't have a licensed stadium and are signed in the game. Of course, right, I get it. So you can't customize the stadium alike because that's obviously a licensed stadium. But if you choose, one of the many sort of fake made-up stadiums, you can adjust them. You can change the seat colour. Can you change the tiers though? That'd be cool. If you started off with just 4 stands, can you expand on them? Let's have a quick look at this. I would go for circles for the pitch. By the way, I prefer circles. Sunderland used to do it all the time, but they change it up all the time now. Of course, you can change the stadium colour. It does say stands there, but it hasn't gone onto it yet. Can you please go on stands for me? Or are you not going to do it? You can change the colour of the netting and the type of the netting. I wish it would show you the stands. Can you expand on the stands, please? Can you click on stands? Oh, they have gone. Sorry, I must have missed it. Oh, so you can only change the colour, but you can't actually expand on the stands. Or maybe you can. Or maybe what it'll do, because it's quite lazy, what it might do is actually allow you to change the stadium completely at the end of the season as if it's going to be a new stadium. But that is quite shit if... Well, I'd sound like I'm being spoiled now after just being excited. But if, like I say, if you only start with like a 10,000 seat stadium and all you can do is change its colour and stuff season by season, that would be very, very annoying because it'll look stupid as hell if you're in the Champions League and you've got a 10,000 seat stadium in the Champions League. You know what I mean? I don't think that'd look right. But hopefully you can change it. Even if we do end up having to change stadium that looks marginally like the one before and it does just look like we've added a stand on, I don't know. We'll have to see how that looks. But that is quite annoying if that is the case. Either way, this is how you build a squad. This is the thing I've been looking forward to. Because is it going to be like Football Manager, where you essentially get given a budget and then you pick your own players, or is it all just going to be random? I think it is all randomly generated, I've just seen. Yeah, so Squad Builder, a brand new team needs players, and that's why my favourite part of Create Your Club is the Squad Builder. Here you'll be able to populate your new team with a starting group of players when generating these new players. You will have control over your squad star rating and the average age of players before you commit to your new squad. You can play around with the various settings until you find a squad that you want to start your journey with. The nationality of the generated players in your squad is based on the nationality makeup of the players in the league of your choice. For example, let's assume that 7% of the players in the English Premier Division have French nationality. Each time a player is generated for your squad in the English Premier League, there's a 7% chance that they could be French. Okay, that's really nice, that. This keeps squads feeling authentic no matter what league you play in. Okay, I do actually like that. So they're always randomly generated. You're not actually picking real players, which is good because that means that everyone's created club is going to look different. As long as there's a big enough batch of randomly generated players, and they are randomly generated players themselves, then it will keep everyone's creator club mode absolutely unique and different from anyone else's, which is something I'm absolutely buzzing with. So let's have a look at how it would work then. So of course you've got overall rating, squad age, transfer budget, board expectations. You've got the players here, randomly generated of course. Now what I would probably do here, I'll pause it. If I was to start in League 2, I would probably maybe make it so that the randomly generated players are of maybe 2-star, possibly 3-star, just to make things a bit more exciting. And then stick it at a young age, that's what we like to see. I wouldn't give us a massive transfer budget. I'd probably give us like 10, 20 million, just in case they do give us a load of shit players and we can at least buy a little bit. But I wouldn't give us much. In fact, no, for League 2, you don't want frigging 20 million, do you? That's ridiculous. I just thought, I was thinking about like a championship season for some reason. But yeah, I'd probably give us maybe 5 million, something like that. I think that would be fair if we did need to add a little bit. But I think for the first season, I probably wouldn't touch transfers at all. I'd like to try and get to know these randomly generated players and try and feel out their personalities and kind of make a storyline with them. Do you know what I mean? I think that'd be really, really interesting. I really like that. You can obviously choose your own board expectations. You can be focused on youth, which is something I'll probably go for because I like to focus on the youth anyway. Domestic success, well, it's all there, isn't it? But you get to choose it yourself, which is great. Youth development would be critical for me. Domestic success, particularly when you're in League 2, I would maybe say high. But everything else, I think this is just really, really good. We'll continue to read anyway. After setting up your squad, you can also choose your starting budget and either go from humble beginnings or create football's next big spenders. As your transfer budget can start as high as 1 billion Jesus Christ, of your chosen currency. You can then use your budget to sign new players to strengthen key positions as soon as you begin playing. That's really good, that, actually, because then you can play around with it. If you just want to have a mess around, I mean, I'll probably have a separate save data away from YouTube anyway, where I just mess around. Probably give myself a 5-star team, even in League 2 maybe. Give myself a shit ton of money and just go mad, you know, and just have a good life. And it's good that you can do that, you know. It just gives you a bit of freedom. Maybe people don't like it when you don't go, you know, if you're not realistic enough, of course. But in your own time, if you want to mess around, they should just give you the license to do that, which is what they seem to be doing, which is absolutely brilliant. Board priorities. Okay, so last but not least, you'll be able to change your club board's priorities. These priorities can dictate the objectives you will receive in all categories. Note that domestic and regional priorities will be influenced by your team's star rating as well. Okay, then I understand that. For example, if you start a career with a 3-star club in La Liga and in a high priority domestic objective, you will have an objective to avoid relegation in the first season. Okay, that makes sense, absolutely. Given that your team is one of the weakest rated teams in the league, and a long-term objective for a top 4 finish in 4 years. Okay, so that's for a progressive club. There are a variety of board priority presets built into the club creation flow to help you find the right philosophy for your club. If you want to experiment, you can also tweak each individual setting to hit your sweet spot and make each playthrough feel fresh. But this is what I love. This is what I say every year. We need something in career mode to make it feel fresh every time you start a career mode. Could this get boring over a matter of time? Potentially, but there's also a lot of room to experiment with things here. That's why I've always wanted to create a club mode, because once you do select one team, for example, Sunderland, and do a Road to Glory, once you've done that once with one team, you kind of end up doing the same sort of things over and over again. Of course, you could buy new players, but with this, there's just so much room for experimentation. But let's have a look at the board priorities anyway. We'll play it. So, of course, as you can see there, we've already kind of gone over this, but yeah, the board expectations can vary regarding or depending on what you go through here. But that is pretty much it. Of course, there's play career mode here, which is something that they have touched upon, and for me, it just isn't my cup of tea. They haven't really got it right for me. Of course, now they can come on as a sub. That's brilliant. That's something we've cried out for many years now. But for me, as much as I can remember when it first came out, play career mode, I was buzzing. I was so excited. I really was. I was so excited. But just something about it, regardless of being able to come on as a sub or whatever else they've put in here, and I don't mean to be, you know, ignorant towards it, because I know that a lot of people love it. I just find it very, very flat and quite boring. It depends how you play it. If you play it as an individual player, I can find that ends up becoming very, very boring. It might end up being brilliant. I don't know. I might end up getting into it, because my thought process when it first was announced, you know, be a pro mode as it was originally called, I was very excited, and even just at the thought of controlling one player, I thought that was brilliant. It's realistic. But in reality, after a few games, you get really, really bored, or at least I do anyway. So I might end up changing my mind with the implementation of different things this year in the play career mode. But that is everything covered for career mode or creative club mode. And this is where the big question is going to come, and this is what I was alluding to earlier in the video. So, usually every single year, I do a Road to Glory. I do a Sunderland Road to Glory, or a sort of rebuilding Sunderland career mode. That's usually what I do. But with this coming in now, with this creator club now being a thing and coming into the next FIFA, would you rather me start FIFA 22 with a creator club mode, Sarny Army FC, or would you like me to stick to the old ways of doing a rebuilding Sunderland career mode? I can't do both at the same time. I just simply don't have the time for it at all. I might do one first and then the other, depending on how much time I have, because of course I do work away from YouTube. Sometimes I might not be able to sit at my PC for nearly a week because I'm working so much. So I can only really do one thing at once, is what I'm trying to get at. So would you rather me do a creator club mode or a Sunderland Road to Glory? Which one are we doing? Let me know in the comments. I'm not going to do a poll or anything like that, because YouTube, they mess it up all the time. It's always wrong. It's always inaccurate. So I will just kind of get the gist and the feel by the comments. Should I do a creator club mode or a Sunderland Road to Glory? But either way, if you're excited to see FIFA eventually come back on the channel, smash that like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe if you are new to this channel as well for further and future FIFA content when it does come out, of course. I keep repeating myself now. But for now, you take care. Stay jamming.